Major categories and types of cybercrime. Imagine waking up one morning to discover that your bank account has been emptied, your private photos are circulating online, your office network has shut down, or an entire national grid has been compromised. All of these scenarios fall under the wide and evolving world of cybercrime. In this video, we are going to break down the major categories and types of cybercrime, how they work, what motivates offenders, and why understanding these categories is so important for prevention and response. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of the kinds of attacks individuals, businesses, governments, and societies face every day. Cybercrime takes many different forms, and each form varies in its level of complexity, the motivation behind it, and the type of target the offender focuses on. To understand how cybercriminals operate and how their attacks can be prevented, it is important to clearly distinguish the major categories of cybercrime and the specific offenses that belong to each one. These categories show whether the computer is the target of the attack, the tool used to commit the offense, or simply an incidental element supporting the crime. Once we understand these structures, it becomes easier to design effective security strategies. Cybercrimes against individuals form one of the most widespread categories because they directly affect people's privacy, identity, and financial safety. Offenders often take advantage of social engineering tactics, social media platforms, or everyday lapses in personal security. Identity theft is one of the most common examples. This occurs when a criminal acquires someone's personal information, such as bank details, social security numbers, or passwords, and then uses that information for fraudulent activity. Cyberstalking is another offense in this category. It involves persistent harassment or monitoring of someone's online presence to intimidate or control them. Online fraud and scams also frequently target individuals, using tactics such as fake investment offers, romance scams, or fictitious lottery winnings to deceive victims and steal money. Another form of deception appears in phishing and smishing attacks, where criminals send fraudulent emails or text messages designed to trick victims into revealing sensitive data. In some cases, the attacks become even more personal, such as revenge porn or cyberbullying, where private images are shared without consent, or where individuals are harassed online to humiliate or harm them. Cybercrimes against property focus on the digital assets and data owned by individuals or organizations. These offenses often revolve around the theft, manipulation, or destruction of digital resources. Hacking is a major example, involving unauthorized intrusion into computer systems to steal, alter, or misuse data. Data theft also falls within this category and involves illegally copying or transferring confidential or proprietary information for personal gain or competitive advantage. Malware attacks represent another significant threat. Criminals deploy malicious software, such as viruses, worms, ransomware, or Trojans, to compromise systems. Ransomware has become particularly damaging because it encrypts a victim's data and demands payment before access is restored. Intellectual property theft also fits into this category, where copyrighted materials like films, software, books, or digital content are illegally copied, sold, or distributed without authorization. Cybercrimes against organizations specifically target businesses, corporations, and public institutions. These attacks often aim for economic, political, or competitive advantages. Corporate espionage is a major example, where attackers infiltrate systems to access trade secrets or confidential strategies. Distributed denial of service attacks, commonly known as DDoS attacks, also fall into this group. In these attacks, criminals overwhelm servers or networks with massive traffic, causing disruptions and preventing legitimate users from accessing the service. Another significant threat to organizations is business email compromise, where attackers manipulate corporate email accounts to divert funds or trick employees into performing fraudulent transactions. Website defacement is another form of attack, where criminals alter the visual appearance or content of a website to damage a company's public image or spread misinformation. Insider threats also pose a serious risk, involving malicious activities carried out by current or former employees who misuse their legitimate access for personal gain or sabotage. Cybercrimes against government systems and critical infrastructure are some of the most dangerous because they affect national security, public safety, and essential services. These attacks often have geopolitical or ideological motivations. Cyberterrorism is a serious example, involving digital attacks intended to create fear, disrupt governance, or advance political goals. Cyber espionage is another key form, where attackers gain unauthorized access to sensitive government or defense information to support intelligence operations or sabotage. Critical infrastructure attacks target essential sectors such as energy, healthcare, transportation, or communication systems, and disruptions in these areas can have widespread societal consequences. Election interference has also emerged as a major concern, where attackers use digital manipulation or misinformation campaigns to influence political outcomes. Cybercrimes against society or morality threaten public order and collective well-being by spreading harmful, illegal, or morally inappropriate content. Child exploitation and child sexual abuse material represent some of the most severe offenses in this category. The internet enables offenders to produce, distribute, or possess such material while hiding behind anonymity. Hate speech and extremist propaganda also fall within this category, where individuals or groups spread content encouraging violence, racism, or terrorism. Online drug trafficking makes use of encrypted communication channels and dark web marketplaces to sell and distribute illegal substances. Human trafficking networks increasingly use digital platforms for recruitment, coercion, and communication, making these crimes harder to detect and dismantle. As technology evolves, emerging forms of cybercrime continue to appear, creating new threats that blend traditional criminal behavior with advanced technological tools. Cryptojacking is one such threat, where attackers secretly use another person's devices to mine cryptocurrency, consuming their processing power and electricity without permission. Deepfake technology is another rapidly developing tool. It uses artificial intelligence to create realistic but false video or audio recordings that can be used for deception, blackmail, or reputational harm. Cyber extortion has also grown, where attackers threaten to release sensitive information unless payment is made. The increasing use of interconnected smart devices has also introduced new risks, with Internet of Things exploitation targeting devices such as cameras, home assistants, or industrial sensors. In addition, artificial intelligence-driven attacks are becoming more sophisticated, with machine learning algorithms enabling automated attacks that can rapidly adapt to security defenses. Cybercrimes can also be classified according to the offender's motivations. Financially motivated crimes are the most common and involve offenses committed to obtain monetary gain, such as online fraud, ransomware, or identity theft. Some crimes are driven by political or ideological motivations, such as cyberterrorism or hacktivism, where offenders use digital tools to promote a cause or challenge authority. Recreational motivations drive individuals who commit offenses out of curiosity, excitement, or personal challenge, such as website defacement or hacking in gaming environments. Other attacks stem from personal grudges or emotional retaliation, such as cyberbullying or leaking private data. Some of the most complex and well-coordinated attacks are state-sponsored, where governments support digital espionage, sabotage, or propaganda campaigns for strategic advantage. Cybercrime spans across many domains, affecting individuals, businesses, governments, and entire societies. Each category requires different prevention and response strategies, and because cybercrime evolves so quickly, continuous learning is necessary. Effective protection also depends on updated legislation and collaboration between the public and private sectors. Understanding these categories provides a strong foundation for designing better security policies, improving detection capabilities, and building resilient digital environments. If you found this breakdown helpful and you're committed to building a stronger understanding of cybercrime, make sure you stay tuned for the next video in this series, where we go even deeper into how these offenses work and how they can be prevented. If you want more content like this, remember to like the video, share it with others who might benefit, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps this knowledge reach more people and strengthens our collective digital resilience.